right, today we need to talk about Cole Anthony. Listen up, listen up. I understand if you don't watch Magic games. I understand if you don't want to watch Magic games. I understand 100%. But I watch every Magic game because that is my favorite team. If I show you my wall, it's literally just Magic gear. The Magic this year are extremely different than how they were years ago. For example, when we had Vooch, Fournier, Aaron Gordon, when we had those guys, the team was fun to watch some nights, but a lot of times you'd see this team have a lack of effort. Also, with Steve Clifford running the team, it always just seemed like this team was they just didn't want to play anymore. Obviously, we made the playoffs those 2 years out of 9, I think. So overall, the Vucevic era, it was a failure. If we're being honest, 2 early first-round exits are not success in the NBA in no way, shape, or form. Especially if it's only winning 2 total games in 2 years of going to the playoffs. It's pretty disappointing. But now, you see, the Magic have this young guy who was drafted with the 15th overall pick. 15th! No, Cole Anthony wasn't taken with the 10th pick, the 11th pick, the 9th pick. Devin Vassell, Kira Lewis, just to name 2 guys that were taken over Cole Anthony. It's mind-boggling that these guys were looked at as better than Cole Anthony when Cole Anthony came into the league. Before the draft, people were expecting Cole Anthony to be a top 5 pick. The reason why Cole Anthony is so successful compared to these other guys is because of one huge fact. Well, 2 huge factors. It's because Cole Anthony has confidence in himself. Now, if you watch Magic games, you'll notice Cole Anthony is a very loudmouth guy. He's a very out there person, extremely obnoxious, right? He's just a high character guy. And another thing is, Cole Anthony has chance, something that a lot of these rookies are never going to have. Cole Anthony has the chance to become something good. And another great thing is, we have a rookie coach. We have a coach that trusts in his players no matter what age they are. If they're playing great, you get to play. So now let me get into Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony has been playing amazing. I don't know the specific stats. I know he's averaging almost 20 points per game in the last I don't know how many games, but he's been playing phenomenal. If you watch Magic games, you'll notice Cole Anthony, he's starting to learn how to contribute to winning basketball. He knows when to make plays, he knows when to not make plays, and he knows when to take a step back. He's learning all that. Yes, there have been times where we have a fourth quarter meltdown. It's happened against the Spurs, the Hornets, the Celtics. We have quarter meltdowns. And a lot of times Cole Anthony is in the middle of that. It happened in Detroit too. There's a lot of times where Cole Anthony gets careless and he loses the ball and then it's a huge mess and now it's like, oh my gosh. But Cole Anthony, when he has his games, he has his games. He's already scored 30 points twice this season. Last season, Cole Anthony only scored 30 points 1 time, and it was in the final game of the season against Philadelphia where he dropped 37 points for his career high. So the reason why I speak about Cole Anthony is because he's already exploding and going over all expectations. What we expected out of Cole Anthony, literally Cole Anthony is playing above all expectations. No one expected him to be this good. A lot of us Magic fans, I'll be honest with you, we expected Cole Anthony that once Markelle Fultz comes back, Cole Anthony is the guy that has to go to the bench. But now it's looking like Jalen Suggs has to go to the bench. And I've always ran with that because I'm not going to let Jalen Suggs, a brand new rookie point guard, take Cole Anthony's starting lineup spot because it's his first year in the NBA. Let him take the bench, let him ride the second unit, learn how to play against second units before he can play against starting units. It's a lot of development. But overall, Cole Anthony, his shot's looking nice. When it comes down into the clutch, Cole Anthony's the guy taking our shots. Now, yes, against the Raptors, Cole Anthony, he had the ball. And then Gary Trent Jr., he hits the ball out of Cole Anthony's hands. And then Cole has to shoot a half-court shot. It was all a disaster that game. But Cole Anthony was one of the main guys that brought the team back within the last 2 minutes of that game. They were down by 10 in the fourth with 4 minutes left. And they lost by 1 point. And they had a chance to win the game. So clearly, Cole Anthony is doing something terrific. I still can't believe 15 people were taken above Cole Anthony because the way he plays, the guy plays with so much confidence, and that's literally something that I have not seen out of so many players. There's a lot of young guys that come into the NBA and they're so nervous, they're so scared. They don't know how to put their feet down, they don't know how to get started in the NBA, especially if they don't have the right coach, the right culture, or the right team around them. Cole Anthony is in a blessing of a situation. He's a point guard of a rebuilding team that has no expectations. That's the best place you could put any rookies. Why? Because he can fail, and he can make a lot of mistakes, and he is going to make a lot of mistakes. He's already made a lot of mistakes. But he has the chance to grow because he can make those mistakes. the biggest things when it comes to young guy development is letting your players make mistakes. Jamal Mosley, he's doing great at this. He's letting Mo Bamba play, Wendell Carter play. He's letting them play through their mistakes. Jalen says he can turn the ball over 3 times and he's not going to get sacked because he needs to learn how to play through his mistakes. So Cole Anthony, he's taking a leap this year. Last year, he didn't play too much because he was injured for about 40 games, which is literally more than half of the season. Maybe I'm exaggerating. He did have his rib injuries. But now that he's back, it really seems like he's learning how to play in the NBA. And I did see a stat where he was the league leader in pull-up three-pointers. So clearly his off-the-dribble moves and his off-the-dribble shots are falling, and he is playing great. Cole Anthony, he's going to do even better. Now, I do not expect him to be most improved player because if we're being honest, second-year players, you have to like average 4 points your rookie season and then come out dropping 24 points in your second year just so that you can win most improved player. Now, the player that's most likely going to win it is a guy that's in his 4th year or in his 3rd year, like a guy like Miles Bridges. If Miles Bridges averages 20 points per game, he'll likely be the lock for most improved player because he's been in the league for a couple years. Cole Anthony, he's not expected to stay at 10. Cole Anthony, he's expected to keep increasing. And because he is, most improved player isn't really too much of an option for him because a lot of young guys are expected to take these jumps. But the fact that he's making it and he's taking it clearly proves that he's turning into something that the Magic haven't had for years. And that's a shot-creating, shot-making point guard. We've never had a point guard like Cole Anthony on our team for the last, I don't know how many years. I mean, maybe we had, Ish Smith? That was the last that was the last point guard that could actually make his own shot, and he was a bench player. So it's a pretty big deal that we have this guy on our team. I'm extremely excited for the future, and I just needed to make this little rant because last night he looked great. Rebounding the ball, he looks great. Passing the ball, he looks great. Well, he could improve on his passing. That's a given. But he, like every young point guard will improve on their passing, but his shot looks amazing. And the confidence he shoots his shot with. There's nothing I love more than seeing Cole Anthony being 0 for 10 and he's still shooting threes. I love seeing that in him. I love his elbow pull-up jumpers. He'll drive in on you, take a little quick step back from the free throw line. Bang, that's his shot right there. And I love that he has, and he knows what his favorite spots on the floor are right now. And it's literally at the top of the free throw line. Any side of the top of the free throw line, he loves that shot, and he loves the elbow three-point shots. It's amazing to see, and this guy's only going to get better. Again, I don't know how he was the 15th pick. A lot of teams really passed up on him because of his UNC. But you got to realize, on that UNC team, Cole Anthony was the only good guy. Cole Anthony was getting double-teamed every night, and he was injured for a lot of it. Cole Anthony is still one of the best players in this draft, and he's going to live up to it, and I really hope he does. So thank you all for watching. I truly do appreciate all the love and support. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified for every single time I upload, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.